Goeiedag. Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Oh my God, these honorable ministers. What a load of cat crap. You know, this is a shout out to Sherry. She sent me this article, which is just extraordinary. Sherry writes, "Hi Scott, this woman is high up in government and sits in Parliament every day. She controls things when she's presiding over whatever the day parliamentary program is, etc. Yet she has no thought or concerns over her animals' welfare on her farm. Totally disgusting and disgraceful, and a whole lot of more really bad things I could quite easily say. Just terrible, and no punishment for the extreme cruelty her animals have suffered on her farm." What happened to remember the RSPCA back in the day, 1970s, 1980s? Hell, if you did something to one of your pets, you were pulled up for the courts very, very quickly. But no, this is obviously an ANC politician, and she is like Ramaphosa with his corruption, above the law. Wouldn't it be lovely to be in that position? You look at that last video that I put up where that fellow was talking about, chaos and confusion in South Africa, and blaming it all on apartheid and the white person. This is just so telling. Okay, I'll just read to you the story. It is just incredible. Thandi Modise's farm, one of the cruelest cases of animal abuse ever seen. The NSPCA received a complaint in July 2014 of one of the cruelest cases of animal abuse that the welfare organisation has ever seen. Modise's farm was covered in the carcasses of more than 50 swine and other animals like geese, ducks, sheep and goats. The surviving animals, including swine, sheep, chickens and goats, were all left in a desperate state without food and water. The SPCA had to put down 162 animals as a result of their dire circumstances, says Grace De Lange, manager of the NSPCA's Farm Animal Protection Unit. AfriForum's private prosecution unit summoned Bejani Chauke and Captain Tebogo Mokolabati in terms of Schedule 205 of the Criminal Procedures Act to appear in the Potchefstroom Magistrates Court to provide the prosecution team with essential and applicable information in its case against Thandi Modise. Chauke and Mokolabati are witnesses in AfriForum and the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the NSPCA, private prosecution against Modise. Chauke, who was Modise's advisor, is now President Cyril Ramaphosa's advisor. Mokolabati is a captain in the South African Police Service and head of Modise Security when the alleged crime was committed. You see how things are the dots are kind of joined up here? Chauke did not attend the court proceedings. His legal representative explained that he could not testify in court today because of medical reasons. How lucky was he? AfriForum did not accept the apology, however, and applied for a warrant for arrest, which will stand over until the 29th of April 2019. The whole process has been delayed as a result of Chauke's failure of 4 months to comply with the summons. Mokolabati appeared in court today and agreed to make his statement to the investigative officer at the private prosecution unit on 10th of April. If he fails to adhere to the agreement, proceedings will continue on the 29th of April. AfriForum's private prosecution unit will prosecute Modise on behalf of the NSPCA on a charge of animal cruelty. Animal cruelty. I don't know where that word came from. I think I'm just so shocked. Chauke and Mokolabati refused to provide statements to the private prosecution unit, but were summoned in terms of Schedule 205 to make their statements. Schedule 205 is especially aimed at compelling people with information about an alleged crime, but who are unwilling to share it with investigators to provide the information. AfriForum's private prosecution unit welcomes this turn in the case, which means that we are now yet another step closer to getting Modise in court. Although we have followed the process before, it remains unique in South African legal history that witnesses are compelled in terms of Schedule 205 to make statements. The private prosecution unit has a very strong case against Modise, and it is one of our main aims to ensure that no person escapes prosecution simply because they have been protected through political alliances, says Elias Mangwali, investigator at AfriForum's private prosecution unit. Well, rotten to the core, the whole bunch of them. They are just absolutely disgusting. You know, how can you leave animals in that condition? Anyway, and how did she get the farm? You know, there are so many unanswered questions here. Corruption is just their mantra, and they are above the law. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great evening. Bye for now.